Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Theresa waits impatiently for an offer. Stephanie sat at the cafe in the square and watched people take part in the geocaching scavenger quest. When Tripp and Wendy walked by, they talked about the event. What about the fundraising? How's that going? Wendy asked. Indeed, better than anticipated. We have formerly raised thousands for the sanitarium, Stephanie said. Tripp and Wendy said farewell, and they continued searching for holders. Tripp and Wendy resolve a cookie from a Sweet Bits indication. I just love hanging with you, Tripp said. Given everything that has been going on recently, I suppose we demanded this. Some escapist fun, Wendy said. At the paper, Leo made a note to Everett about the autocorrect misspelling of geocaching. Everett explained that he wasn't working on the event but on a story about the Horton house fire. All that Horton history gone. Nothing was hurt, however, right? Leo asked. Everett verified that everyone had vacated safely. As Everett compartmented on his computer, Leo talked about how much he liked the kiddies and how the loss of effects didn't really count. Everett looked up at Leo. I am not relatively as shallow as you allowed. I was, am I? Leo said. Leo asked Everett if there were any leads on the cause of the fire. From what I have heard so far, it sounds like it was wildfire, Everett said. Leo wondered audibly if the motive was someone that was jealous of all the lovey-dovey couples in the Horton family. And speaking of love and Valentine's Day, Leo said. We weren't, Everett combated. Leo reminded Everett that he'd no plans because his swain was in captivity. Hint hint, Leo said. Everett noted that he'd plans. Stephanie, right? Leo said. Everett jounced yes. Leo asked if he could tag on, but Everett noted that he was going on a double date. A third wheel is one thing, but a fifth wheel would make me feel way too pathetic, Leo said. Leo decided to take part in the geocaching event, and he wished Everett a good night. Alex was texting on his phone at the dining room table of his apartment when Theresa walked into the living room. Theresa aloud. About the engagement ring she had set up. Hey, babe. I am gonna need a nanosecond. I did not suppose you'd be ready so presto, Alex said. Alex went into his room. Well, I'm ready. I'm so ready, Theresa murmured to herself. When Alex returned, he apologized for how long his call had gone. Alex eventually looked down from his phone and saw Theresa. Wow. You look amazing, Alex said. Theresa returned the compliment. I've commodity for you, Theresa said as she handed a box to Alex. Inside was a hair scarf that matched her dress. Theresa put the scarf around Alex's neck, and he said they should leave for the bistro. What a perfect place to propose, Theresa rumored to herself. Did you say commodity? Alex asked. Theresa smiled and said she was agitated to spend the evening with her handsome honey. At Eric and Sloane's apartment, Jude snuggled with his new teddy bear. Eric opened a jewelry box for Sloane, revealing a choker that had the name Jude on it. Sloane forced a smile. It's so cute, Sloane stammered. You do like it, right? Eric asked. Sloane jounced yes. Eric put the choker on Sloane. And I got you a little gift, too, Sloane said. Eric opened a box and chortled when he saw lingerie. I am going to wear it for you tonight, Sloane rumored in Eric's observance. Eric said he looked forward to it, also he noted that they demanded to head out before Jude fell asleep. Eric directed the stroller toward the frontal door, and Sloane's smile fell down. After Eric left, Sloane lumbered, great. At the DeMera manse, Nicole sat coming to an unconscious Holly, who slept in a sanitarium bed. It's such a relief to have you home. Both of you, E.J. said as he kissed the top of Nicole's head. Nicole thanked E.J. for his help. Thank Sarah Horton. She's been managing Holly's case. From then, the Italian croakers have been participating everything with her, E.J. said. E.J. added that Sarah had set them up with all the medical outfit and staff they would need to take care of Holly. I just did whatever it would take to get the two of you back home, E.J. said. And we both know you went over and further, Nicole said. E.J. hugged Nicole tightly. No more missing each other. You're back home. Where you belong, E.J. said. After Nicole and E.J. walked downward to the living room, she spoke to J. in Italian. My love, I am so happy to be home, Nicole said. E.J. told Nicole he was impressed. After a couple kisses, E.J. told Nicole that he'd asked the cook to prepare Nicole's favorite mess. I completely understand if you do not want to celebrate, E.J. said. Of course, I do. And Holly's home now, and she's breathing on her own. And my Valentine, my awful, thoughtful, generous hubby made it all be. Thank you, Nicole said. Nicole kissed E.J. again. After regale, E.J. and Nicole belted drinks and talked about the Horton house fire and the blow-ups. Thank God no bone was hurt in the fire, Nicole said. E.J. agreed that it was a phenomenon. E.J. explained that he and police believed that the responsible party was the same bone who had distributed the medicines that Holly had taken. What? Nicole blat. And we're elevation down from nailing him, E.J. said. As Nicole thanked E.J. for the perfect homecoming, he gave her a Japanese mending coliseum as a gift. You can put it in Holly's room and use it whenever. To meditate or supplicate, or if you want to sing for your precious son, E.J. said. I love it. It's perfect, Nicole said. With a moo, Nicole noted that she hadn't gotten E.J. a gift. I do not want or need anything that you have not formerly given me, and that is your presence. Having you home is the stylish Valentine's gift I could have hoped for, E.J. said. Nicole went upstairs to place the Coliseum next to Holly's bedside. E.J. verified that the medical staff would arrive in the morning. In the meantime, we've the alert examiner right there, E.J. said. Nicole kissed her son goodnight. E.J., she has to come back to us, Nicole said. And she will, E.J. said. In Rafe's office at the police station, Goldman retold her account of the firing at the storehouse to Rafe. I can still feel the shock of it. And I supplicate to God I am no way put in that situation again, Goldman said. Hopefully you will not be, Rafe said. Jada walked in with Goldman's gun. Rafe informed Goldman that she was cleared to return to active duty. I have no way been further ready, Goldman said. Goldman thanked Rafe and Jada, and she left. When Rafe noted that Goldman was having a good Valentine's Day, Jada said she didn't know if Goldman had a romantic mate. Goldman has had a rough couple of days. Hopefully she has someone that she can be with. I know I am glad I do, Rafe said. Rafe and Jada smiled at one another. As Ami. And to show my gratefulness, Happy Valentine's Day, Kamish, Jada said. Jada shoved a velvet box across the office. Inside the box was an antique sheriff's emblem from the 1800s. Rafe read the card audibly. To my particular Wild Bill, you'll always be my idol, Rafe said. Touched, Rafe thanked Jada for the thoughtful gift. Rafe gave Jada a box of chocolates, and he encouraged her to try one. When Jada opened the box, there was no delicacy outside, only a gold cuff. Nonetheless, she persisted, the drawing read. To the strongest, bold, most patient woman I know, Rafe said. Rafe and Jada kissed, also went back into work mode. Jada playfully punched Rafe's shoulder, and she and Rafe agreed to keep their regale plans. I'll text Stephanie and let her know we're on our way, Jada said. And you eventually get to meet her swain, right? Rafe said. Jada said she was looking forward to meeting Stephanie's new man. Rafe said he'd met the swain many times when he'd been working on stories for the paper.